Good morning, good afternoon, wherever it is, wherever you are. It's me again, Jen. Hello! And we are here again with the Star Spinner Tarot deck, which is by Truggles, who is a illustrator and comic book artist. And I really love the design of this deck. I really love kind of the colors and the aspects represented in it. There's been a few things that I'm kind of here and there about as far as like choices of the colors of the card and choices of the imagery, but for the most part, I think it is a relatively Rider Waite inspired deck. And I think that if you are learning with the Rider Waite and you use the little book that goes with this deck, you will definitely learn some interesting things. And probably this may be one of the decks that I would recommend to somebody who is new enough to be looking for something a little different and a little more personal to themselves. But let's see what card we have for today. We have, ta-da! This is the Five of Pentacles, and it is a little hard to tell because the pentacles are like kind of floating in here, and the card itself is very blue, which I think they're going more for the emotion of the card rather than the elemental color. So normally pentacles would be more greens rather than blue. Blue would be more water and cups and things like that. But as we've seen with this deck, they're not staying real true to the elemental things. Maybe it's something that I'm missing for more like a Far Eastern sort of flavor with the elements, but I don't know. To me, most of it feels like it's aesthetic. It's the artist's choice. Now, as far as the emotion behind this card, I do think the blue is really great. I also am going to wager a guess on the story that may be behind this image. I feel like that this is the story of the Ice Queen, not Elsa. So I feel like this is the story of the Ice Queen for a couple of reasons. One is she kind of has like a crown that looks almost like icicles. It is very blue and white and pale, and there's sort of snowflakes and ice floating around them. The mirror is shattered in the background, and then you have this little boy down here who I'm going to guess is probably, I think his name is Kai in the stories. I'm not positive. It's been a minute since I've read that story. And he's kind of hiding underneath her robe, which is in accordance to the story, he's kind of kidnapped by the queen. So the idea of loss and kind of a mourning and things like that being represented in the Five of Pentacles is it's there sort of, but also it's interesting because I feel like it might be taking it just a step too far. I don't know. I like it. I think that it leans a little too heavily on folklore that maybe not everybody is aware of. Because let's be honest, the story is kind of getting jumbled a lot more modern day because of Disney's take on the Ice Queen story and Elsa and all that. So, yes, I get some of this. I kind of like the idea of the Five of Pentacles being represented as like give and take, and you may lose something for what is the cost, basically. So, at what cost does this character go with this queen? So, even if you don't take it from the Ice Queen perspective, you are looking at it going, well, what is he giving up? What is something that he is unsure of? What is he maybe paying? What is the price you pay? So, I like all of that aspect in this card. But there's so many other things that I'm like, I don't know if this really goes with this card. I'm not sure, but it is what it is. One of the other things I do like about it is the struggle represented by all the mountains in the background. I think that that's really nice because you can see that he has kind of come a long way and he's far from home and there's really nothing out there. It's all barren land behind them. So they are the only two. Whereas in the mirror, you have the mountains are green and luscious in the background. That even though they are mountains and mountains usually represent struggle, it's a struggle that he would gain something from. Whereas crossing these mountains, you're not going to gain anything. It's nothing out there. It's a tundra. And the sun is shining, which in this case is actually a pentacle. Yeah. So I had to make sure. Yes, it's the pentacle in there. So I find it interesting. I do like the card. I do like the idea of that story behind it. But if you're not real keen on the meanings of the cards, this one might throw you. I'm not so sure about it, but it is very pretty, and I do love their faces on here. But anyway, yes, if you are interested in more of the Star Spinner Tarot and you want to check out the other videos, please check out the links below. Also, I'm trying to make a whole playlist of like all of the tarot videos. And until next time, stay safe, stay healthy, and stay happy. Bye!